Yo guys, what's going on? What's going on? Wise One Awaken. We here, let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. What I want to tell you guys today is, man, there's a civil war going on right now in the black community. Whatever you want to call it, a black community, because I think that people see black people, they think we all the same, and it's completely untrue. Because you got black people that's from different countries, different parts of the country, different class. You got black people they're different, okay? Just because we all look black doesn't mean that we all think the same, we act the same. That is completely untrue. So you can kind of see that's going on right now in the media, as far as like you see a lot of black people are leaning towards more Republican, and you see some are going really hard and voting for the Democratic candidate Kamala, right? Because you even see the normal suspects as far as when it comes to your Ricky Smileys and some of those people on the radio. What's this guy name? Steve. They like, hey man, let's get Kamala in office. Let's get her vote in. And you see they pushing it hard. I would say the black bully class, right? So there's a civil war right now in the black community. You see it along gender lines where black women are more say, hey, they're gonna vote for Kamala. We need to vote for Kamala. We need to get in office for what? So Kamala can go ahead and, I guess, give more reproductive right and take away the student loan, which they're not gonna do. And if they do, somebody gonna have to pay for that. I have student loan myself. I take it upon myself to just pay it off. I'm like, hey, I had it for a while. It's like, you know what? Let me just pay the damn thing off. I don't have to worry about it no more, except, waiting for somebody to come and save me. I'm the one that took out the loan. I got the degree, like anybody, I could have put it to work. I decided not to do that anymore because I wasn't interested anymore. And I pursued a different route. But it doesn't mean that I get to not to pay that debt. You still got to pay your debt. You took on that, Whether you was young, you didn't know, or you didn't come from an affluent family and you needed the loan. But I'll tell you, majority of us that take out these loans, we know very well what we're doing, because we're not really using that money to pay off a debt. Hold on, let me fix this camera. To pay off a debt, all right? We taking it, we partying, we doing things that we're not supposed to do. So, nonetheless, so there's a civil war right now in the black community. It's very true. It's a civil war. Black men are fighting right now with black women, saying, "Hey, we're gonna vote for Trump. We vote Republican." Because the Democrat hasn't been given anything in the past couple of decades. And black women say, nah, we're going for Kamala. We want a woman in the White House. We want a black woman, a woman of color, whatever they want to call Kamala. They want a woman. It's symbolic, just like Obama for black people is symbolic. I voted for him the first time. Second time, I was like, nah, I'm not going to get got. Did I vote for him second time? I don't know. I don't think I did the second time. But my family was pressuring me. They was like, oh, you got to vote him. I think the second time, I was like, man, this guy ain't doing nothing for us. So I'm like, yo, I'm not going to vote based on somebody's skin tone. Because black people, they always give you these symbolic things, like these symbolic symbol. Oh, yeah, the first black president or the first woman president. And you be like, hold up, hey, what are you going to do for us? Well, how you going to make our community better? What are some things you're going to do for us? Oh, no. We're not going to do something just for you. We're going to do something for everybody. That's what Kamala said. We're not going to do anything just for black people. But she'll do something for, for these people. For these people, she'll do something for them. She'll like, hey, we'll send you money. How much you need? Oh, don't worry about it. You're an ally. We got your back. They're not going to say we're not going to do something for just these people. So there's a civil war in the black community. It's along class line. It's on, gender line. There's definitely a fight, I think, in the black community with black men and black women, where generally, like, the men lead the family, they're the leaders in the community, but you see there's a fight for that. I mean, it could be, based on just feminism, and black women, they see that a lot, like, they the neck, that they want the backbone or whatever it is. Like, I'm like, where are you that? But they put themselves in the forefront, like they're running the show. So you see that kind of fight ensuing in the community where black men are stepping up. They're like, man, we no longer going to go with this party. We're going to go with this party. We're going to take a chance with Trump. We're going to see what Trump has to offer, right? We're like, yo, we're gonna see what he has to offer. Maybe he's gonna offer something a little bit different, that'll change the scenario for us, the economy for us, maybe put more money in our pocket, as black men in this nation, because we want to take care of our family, we want to have a better life, we want a better community. That's why I said there's a civil war, because people think like all black people are the same. You think all black people are criminal, all black people live in the hood, like, nah, man. There's different class of black people. Now I'm talking about, then you gotta talk about different class of black people. You got different black people that's from different countries. Like they were born somewhere else, or they were born here, but their parents were from a different country. So it's so different. That's why they try to put all black people into a group. No, it's not. So there's a civil war in the black community, even in the black diaspora. There's a civil war among us. That's why we can't get our shit together, because you have any other group that come here, they thrive, right? You got the Indians that come here, they'll buy a Subway, they'll buy a little mini mart, have the whole family working in there, and they'll save up, and the family become affluent. But now, don't get me wrong, they did come from whatever country they came with money. So they didn't come here poor, So you guys have to understand at the same time, a lot of black people that come from other countries, they usually do very well for themselves. So when they get here, it's a little easier for them to go ahead and navigate through America. Not to say it's not hard. And then they're all the ones that come poor, the ones that came here illegally, but they're hardworking people and they're just trying to survive. So I think personally it's a big thing, man. And it's gonna grow and grow and grow more. And somebody gonna have to go ahead and just take second place, in this civil war. Somebody gonna have to be like, hey, all right, we'll follow you, we'll follow your lead. Because black people had it enough. They're like, no more this racial, because that's another thing they're trying to use to control black people, is this whole racial thing, right? Oh yeah, these people are racist, that's why you can't succeed, that's why you can't do well for yourself, that's why you can't do this, because these people are racist, or they don't want they don't want this for you, that for you. I'm like, yo, I'm not saying there's no racism, man, but I travel across America. The way they're trying to make it seem like all white people in all of America is just racist, man, come on, that's complete BS, man. That's complete BS. I'm not saying there's not people that's gonna say they're gonna keep economic gate open just for them, but they're not doing it based on just race. They're doing it based like, hey, I'm trying to make sure my neighborhood, my people keep all the benefits, But what do black people do in this country? They let anybody come from anywhere else and tap into their community, become automatically black from wherever they come from. Right? They don't guard their economic progress. They don't guard themselves from other people that's trying to come in and take advantage of what they built and what they have done. So anybody can come here and take advantage of it. And guess what? That money don't go back to their community. At least maybe like someone like me that's a black immigrant, I'll probably end up marrying, like a black American, or have a family, we'll merge more in that sense where, okay, I'm anchored to black American and black American culture. Where somebody from India, or I'm just using India as an example because they dark people, but they don't align with us. They don't align with us, right? So I'm just using them as an example. Their money is not gonna go through the black community. It's not gonna get recycled. So this is the reason why I said, man, there's a civil war, and they're using all kind of different things to keep us separated. Whether it's racism, whether it's feminism, to keep us separated. For us not to think as come together as a group, the black man and the black woman, and vote, say, hey, we're gonna vote for Republicans. Then Republicans, what are you gonna give us? How you gonna make life better for us? We need grants. We need more loan to open businesses. We need things to make our livelihood become viable. To make money. Because I think singularly, that's the biggest thing in the black community that we have to be worried about, is the need to make money. It's capitalism. We live in a capitalism country. But guess what they push on you all the time? Abortion, and police brutality. I'm like, bro, is that all black people do? Is abort babies and commit crime? Is that all you got for us? Oh yeah. We're gonna give you abortion right. You have the right to abort your baby. You know what? We're gonna make it safer for you. We're gonna stop police brutality. If you don't commit no crime, you don't find yourself around cops like when they commit a crime, you shouldn't have to worry about police brutality. And I'm not saying there's no bad cops out here. I'm just saying the way you live your life, you're gonna come around people like that. Right? Once I changed my mindset and how I deal with cops, like, I know cops are normal people. They're regular old people, man. Cops have bad days. So if you want to go ahead and pump your chest the day that cop is having a bad day, their wife might have left them, or somebody in their family died, or they just, they just a bad person, or they're alcoholic, or they're on drugs. You don't know what that cop going through. And you decide that day to go ahead and try that cop. You want to go ahead and do something. Say, oh, I have my rights. Listen, man, humans are humans. But now you have somebody with a weapon and a law behind them. Just act accordingly. Just treat that person like a person that make mistake, and be like, hey, you know what, officer, you're right. I don't want no problems. Hey, whatever I did wrong, here, give me my ticket. Let me go about my way. That's how I move with cops. I move with cops. I treat them. Hey, I respect them. I treat them like a human being. I'm like, I don't pump my chest. I used to do that. I don't pump my chest. I be like, hey, man, I don't want no problems. I'm just trying to get home. That's it. Now, are there racist cops? Of course, there's like racist people everywhere. But it's how you deal with people. So that's what I'm saying. We need to figure out a way to stop the civil war amongst black people. We need a way to make life better for us. Black women and black men need to come together and say, hey, this is what we're gonna vote on. You cannot be selfish in a situation, worrying about getting the first Indian woman in office because it symbolized that women have made it. She's gonna give you your right to abort your babies. You can't be so small-minded. You gotta think more in an economic state of mind. You gotta think about how you can make your life better, your livelihood better, by investing in your community. Because guess what? Once you have a better way of life, money is good for you, you're not gonna worry about no abortion and things like that. You're not gonna worry about your daughters going out there and just sleeping with anybody and then have to go and abort, because they're gonna raise with common sense to know that, hey, you can't be out there doing all kind of crazy things and you want to go ahead and abort your child. You have some kind of ground rule, because your neighborhood, everybody's doing really good, so everybody's gonna be like, we on the same page. So black people real problem is money. It's money. All problem is money. It's access to resources, money. So that's what we need to do. This is what we need to focus on in this election. Look, I don't care who wins, but I'm just telling you, if you guys are gonna be like, hey, we need somebody, you need to focus on, hey, we need resources, we need money. And who's gonna give that to us? Is it Trump or Kamala? Because Kamala sure ain't talking about, she's talking about abortion, immigration. I'm just saying, you guys let me know. Let me know what y'all think, man. Put it in the comment box. Let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion. I can discuss the topic, my next video. I want to talk about this politics thing. I want to talk about the black vote and what's going on in the community. So let's talk about it. I appreciate you guys. Wise One Awaken. We here. Let's talk about it.